Recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank the Speaker. I thank my friend from Pennsylvania, and I couldn't help but notice my colleagues on the other side of the aisle going yet again to one of their pages in their playbook that they love to bring out every single time we have a debate. It's like, oh, who can you trust? Oh, you can't trust corporate America. Well, guess what? I don't trust corporate America. I don't trust big oil. I don't trust them any more than I trust any of the big government bureaucrats that decide what's best for me. I do trust the market. I do trust people being able to go out and use their capital to go out and produce the best energy for the American people. But this administration and my Democratic colleagues don't want to do that, as exemplified by the fact that the President of the United States dumped 300 million barrels out of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve last year heading into an election. 300 million barrels. They cut the Strategic Petroleum Reserve in half in order to bail out their election because their policies were so bad. Even Goldman Sachs is saying that the so-called Inflation Reduction Act, which massively expands unreliable energy, would cost $1.2 trillion. That's the truth. I rise in support of the rule for this bill. I think it's critically important that we take a massive step forward to try to ensure that we open up exploration on lands, repeal the methane tax, overhaul permitting. But it's only a simple step, because the step that has to be taken is to free up the market from the ungodly amount of subsidies coming from Washington, subsidizing unreliable energy at the expense of capital being able to flow into the development of oil and natural gas and nuclear power to ensure that we have the power to live our lives. When you have a cloudy, windless day, you have to have power. This building is powered by natural gas. Hospitals across this country stay open because of natural gas. The fact of the matter is, you cannot power the world right now with wind and solar power. And my colleagues on the other side of the aisle live in unicorn land with fairy dust, completely ignoring the reality of what happens to real Americans when the cost of their goods and services go up, when they have inflation skyrocketing and raising up, when it's destroying their way of life because people want to feel good about themselves, hopping in their Tesla and rolling around pretending that there's a magic energy tree. There isn't.
Good morning, friends. This is it. Eligible Americans have one last chance to claim leftover crisis relief money. Several states are urging that their residents check if they qualify for this available aid. And many recipients will automatically receive this relief from their state. Friends, this is everything that you need to know, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, in 3 days, I will be announcing more winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. According to the latest weekly data from the Internal Revenue Service, tax refunds are consistently coming in smaller than last year. This is an outcome many tax experts had anticipated. But still, the agency appears to be on top of the filing season. It is a reversal from the last few years. The average refund amount was $2,933, based on 53.9 million tax returns processed through March 17th. That is down 11.3% from $3,305 during the same period last year, when the agency processed nearly 52 million refunds. In total, the IRS has doled out $158 billion in refunds this year versus $171 billion last year. Tax experts this year warn that refunds may be smaller. Since most of the crisis-era benefits have expired, it is a setback for taxpayers who are counting on that cash influx. For instance, the child tax credit has decreased to $2,000 per dependent child. It is also no longer fully refundable, meaning taxpayers will not receive the full credit if the amount is more than how much they've paid in taxes. Those most impacted were lower-income households. The maximum earned income tax credit amount for eligible single filers with no children also fell to $500 this season from $1,502 last year. The Child Independent Care Credit, which includes out-of-pocket costs for child care and day camps, was reduced this year to $2,100 from $8,000 last year. So the loss of the above-the-line charitable deduction, along with the expiration of the mortgage insurance premium deduction, will also result in lower refunds. One positive change this year is how the IRS is handling the tax season. As of last week, the agency had processed just over 63 million returns. That's an increase of 2% over the same time 1 year ago, when it got through 61 million returns. That is a significant improvement for American taxpayers who have faced back-to-back challenging tax seasons. Increased funding to help onboard staff and modernize the agency's data technology have also appeared to help the taxpayer experience this year and lessen the paper backlog that has dragged on for 2 to 3 years. Fewer taxpayers are seeking help on the IRS website, which could indicate that this year's tax season is less confusing. The decline could also mean that taxpayers are getting through the IRS by phone, which was next to impossible in the past 3 years. The IRS employees answered only 11% of taxpayer phone calls in 2021 and only 13% in 2022. So friends, it is important to remember that the best way to avoid any delays is by double-checking your tax return, filing electronically, and requesting direct deposit for your refund. So far, roughly 97% of the nearly 71 million tax returns filed this season have been received electronically, with less than 1 month to go before the deadline for filing personal income tax returns. The Department of Revenue is reminding Pennsylvanians that there is a new state tax credit available that can help ease child and dependent care costs for working families. Eligible Pennsylvanians can claim the Child Independent Care Enhancement Credit when they file their Pennsylvania personal income tax return. This credit can range between $180 and $630, depending on your income level and the number of your dependents. This tax credit program was established to help working individuals and families pay for child and dependent care services that are necessary for them to maintain their jobs or seek employment. Tax rebates will also soon hit bank accounts of Montana residents. This comes after the Montana legislature signed 2 tax rebate bills, pulling hundreds of millions of dollars from the state's surplus revenue. What that means for full-time Montana residents who paid state income tax is that they could receive an extra $1,250. The state will be sending out these rebates automatically. The deadline to file 2022 personal income tax returns is Tuesday, April 18, 2023. So friends, if you are planning to claim one of these rebates, please make sure to do so before that date. Well, my amazing and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Tuesday. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community and for joining me here every single day. To show my appreciation, my friends, I will be announcing more winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My friends, the more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.